What's up, everybody? This is Nomadics, and today, well, I guess I already streamed today, so, anyways, we are coming at you with a 2.5 update, and this is the first time I'm actually looking at the patch notes, so let's see. Squad leaders, another update is finally here. We have a number of changes we would like to share, like new units, a new map, and new game mode. Check out the details below to learn more of what's in store in the 2.5 update. Okay. Thanks, Marble. I appreciate it, bruh. New legendary and unique cards added. We have the added legendary card Luke Skywalker, Oct 2. We've got added unique card R2D2, First Order, added legendary card Supreme Leader Snoke, and added unique card Elite Praetorian Guards. So there are only 2 leaders, 2 uniques that are being added in this update, just so everybody knows. If you didn't already know, then you live under a rock. A small rock. Anyways, Luke Skywalker, Oct 2, and R2D2 can be unlocked upon reaching tier 10, blah blah blah, Supreme Elite Leader, fucking... Anyways, snap. Snoke and Praetorian Guards unlocked at 10. Details of the new cards are based on level 1, clearly. Details are subject to change, and we will inform you of the changes if they do occur, blah blah blah. Resistance, light side, Luke Skywalker, Oct 2, we have attack power of 72, DPS 128, it's actually pretty decent. Health is 1218, which is pretty good, and attack speed is 0.62, so that's pretty fast. Movement speed of 2.8, so I think that's pretty good. Not crazy fast, but good enough for a deflect leader, in my opinion. Energy recharge rate increases by 22% while Luke's projection is active. And the name of the skill, or the passive, is Focused Mind, and that's powerful. Holy crap. Projection. Luke summons a projection that taunts nearby enemy units and leaders, focusing them to attack it. The projection does not take any damage. While the projection is active, Luke's HP decreases by 3% per second. The projection disappears if Luke's HP falls below 10% or if the skill button is tapped again. Cooldown time is 8 seconds. So essentially, you can have a permanent taunt, is what it sounds like to me. I was actually fortunate enough to play the new update prior to it coming out, so I was somewhat aware of his ability. Even though I did play it, I did not actually read it. And Focused Mind, holy crap, guys. It looks like we have a new Krennic. What's up? What's up, Luke Krennic? We're just going to call him little Luke Krennic here. Freaking glitch in there. Ooh, ooh! Anyways, moving on. That's pretty legit. 22% increased recharge rate is crazy good. Okay, so with the betrayal of Ben Solo, student and nephew of Luke Skywalker, and feeling responsible for all the chaos that had happened, obviously was his fault, Luke had given up on becoming a Jedi Master and confined himself to the planet Oct 2. Oh, I wonder if that's where he got his name. Haha. Just kidding, that's pretty obvious. Where was I? But with the help of an old master, he has returned to save the final hope of the galaxy, the Resistance, and found the true power of the Force. He is now able to summon a projection to provoke enemies and is able to deflect blast... Come on. Guys, everybody deflects blasters now. I didn't even have to read that. Destroy the First Order with Luke, who has rejuvenated the Resistance once more. Resistance didn't need to be rejuvenated, okay? The Resistance is strong. Attacks nearby units and deflects blaster fire when standing still with his lightsaber. Okay. Use his skill to summon an illusion of himself to provoke the enemy leader and units. That's crazy strong. Permanent taunt takes no damage from the units. Takes 3% damage per second. So I've seen a lot of talk as far as the viability of the healer grandma unit, whatever. She's a grandma. We're just going to call her a little grandma healer. So freaking grandma heal is going to be pretty good, I think. Luke's HP will continuously decrease while the projection skill is still active. The projection will disappear if the skill button is tapped again. I think that's so you can turn it off if you don't want to take the damage, if you're not really getting value from it. So I do think that's pretty good. You're going to get it again in 8 seconds anyways, so Why would you leave it up and take extra damage when you don't need to? You can throw it out and then toss it away to the wayside. Be like, I don't need it right now. And they have 8 seconds to come in on you. And then if they do come in and you're able to stall for 8 seconds, which is not very long, guys. It's not long at all. And they're going to be able to get extreme value from it. So it's going to be somewhat difficult to play against, let's be real. Luke can freely move while the projection skill is active. I've got to pick it up, guys. I'm going to move faster, okay? With his special ability, energy regeneration rate increases while his projection skill is active. Okay, we already read that. R2-D2, attack power 70, DPS 140. It's pretty high. 925 health. It's pretty good. 0.5 attack speed. A symbol of the astromech droid and Luke's old friend, R2-D2 is now playable in SWFA. This versatile machine attacks nearby units with electricity and uses smokescreen to put enemies into danger. The sights of the targets affected by the smokescreen will be limited and will have their attack range decreased, making it effective against long-range enemies. Okay. Let's bring glory back to the resistance with R2-D2. Probably didn't need it. Resistance is good. Attacks enemies using electricity, can release smokescreen to obscure the vision. Oh, cut that out. Let's cut it out. We can release smokescreen to obscure the vision of nearby units, reducing their attack range. Large enemies like ATST Walker are unaffected by the smokescreen. That's probably good. From what I experienced, R2-D2 does actually deactivate turrets, so that's going to be, R2-D2 is going to be crazy strong, and at 3 energy is going to be really good. So Supreme Leader Snoke, let's be real. He's got the scar. He's essentially from Harry Potter, okay? Attack power is 101, DPS is 83, health is 840, so pretty low actually. Attack speed is 1.23, so pretty slow. Targets everything. Movement speed is 2.9. Pretty slow. Attack range is 8. Turret range is 8.5. So that's something to take into consideration. That is a huge range for, anyways. Leader skill. Silences enemy leaders targeted by his skill, rendering them unable to use skill for 6 seconds. That's going to be pretty good. He has a silence, passive. Pushes nearby enemies back with a powerful push and inflicts 250% damage. Cooldown is 40 seconds. So he's got a pretty long cooldown. So he's not going to be able to use his push very often, but his silence is active every 10 seconds or something. So it's definitely something to watch out for. You're not going to be able to just push in on him. I think with his range, he can stay essentially at his turret, and he's going to be able to defend very effectively. Oh, do it again. Oh. Anyways, moving on. So the First Order Supreme Leader Snoke shows no mercy. He corrupted Ben Solo into becoming Kylo Ren, and he rules the battlefield with his superb skills of the dark side. Snoke can attack a number of enemies at once with Ben... I feel like I'm in freaking 4th grade again, and I'm struggling reading, guys. I can't believe I'm still awake. You know what? Maybe I just need to go to bed. We're turning it off. Just kidding. Snoke can attack a number of enemies at once with bouncing lightning and can force opponents to become immobile, turning the battle in his favor. He also uses a strong push towards nearby enemies, sending them far back and even silencing enemy leaders so they cannot use their skill for a certain amount of time. Now, with that being read, I think that's going to be extremely powerful versus someone like 40th Luke, who relies on that pushback. It's going to be very strong versus Sabine, who's not even that good right now, but who's going to be even worse with Snoke coming into the game, because Snoke is going to essentially make it to where she doesn't have that additional clear option. It's going to be very effective versus Hera, so she doesn't have her clear option. I think Snoke is going to be pretty good. Now, one thing you're going to have to note is that Snoke does not have a dash. So Snoke is not going to be able to run away. So you're going to have to run stun again. Stun, they're trying to incorporate stun into the light side meta. So maybe it'll make Grievous better with Snoke coming into the game. If the meta is Snoke and Grievous, then stun is going to be not viable, and it's going to make Snoke even stronger. It's going to make Grievous even stronger. So, I don't know. Some things to think about there. The entire galaxy will be kneeling down to First Order with Supreme Leader Snoke. I'm not kneeling down, bro. No. Can attack up to 3 enemies at a time with bouncing lightning. That's pretty good. Use a powerful push that also inflicts damage, then pushes opponents far away. Cool. Unlike other leaders, double tapping on the map will immobilize enemies in front. So again, that goes back to the fact that he does not have a dash. He does not have a sprint. He is the only leader in the game that walks only. And whenever his meter recharges, he can immobilize enemies for a moment and prevent them from using their abilities. So, if an enemy leader gets hit by Snoke's push skill, she will be silenced and will not be able to use his or her skill for a certain amount of time. I like that they put his and her. You know what I mean? How thoughtful of Netmarble. She, his, her. So thoughtful. Elite Praetorian Guards. For a cost, they look like plastic men. Let's be real. They look plastic, but I think they're cool. Let's be real. They're plastic. But I mean if they're made of wax, it's cool. I'm cool with that. Attack power. Does it tell me which one? Okay, so 7th guard. Attack power is 117. DPS is 255. That's huge. 685 HP. It's pretty good. Charge attack. Bleed is 4% per second. That's really good. Bleed duration is 5 seconds. Oh, that means they're losing 20% HP if they get hit, guaranteed, by a single guard. Wrecked. Attack speed is 0.46. That's really good. Movement speed is 2.3, so I guess it's like a slow jog. You know what I mean? They're not sprinting or anything, but they're jogging. Attack power for the 3rd guard. So for some reason, we decided to go 7th first and then 3rd. Okay, I'm not sure about this ordering here. I may have put 3rd guard first, simply because, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But who am I? I'm just a lowly guy. Attack power 101, DPS 54. It's pretty low. Health is 570. Stun duration. Oh, snap. So we got one that causes stun, one that causes bleed. So that's kind of a big deal. The attack speed is 0.95. I don't think it's going to be a perma stun. With its stun duration being 0.8, attack speed being 0.95, that means you're going to be stunned and you're going to have 0.15 seconds, if my math is right, which I know it is. Okay, this is not complicated math. That you're going to be able to run away. So I think it is possible for you to get away, but I do think if you get away and you die further away, it's probably not going to be that beneficial for you. So maybe keep that in mind. Equipped with a fearful crimson armor. Oh no. Plastic armor. Okay? I mean, wax. Plastic wax, Definitely plastic. He's got like a little blade hanging off of him. Goes into his shirt. It's coming straight from the nip, guys. Can we zoom in? He's got a piercing. Anyways, let's stop. If you saw this, if you made it this far, okay, congratulations. Anyways, the 7th guard uses a razor sharp vibro blade, causing enemies to bleed, while the 3rd guard uses a Bellari electro chain whip that stuns. As a team, if one of them starts attacking, the other will follow. Okay. And attack the same... Oh, okay, so they're not going to attack separate opponents. So whichever way one goes, the other one will follow. I don't know if that's, dependent on one or if that's dependent on both. Maybe there's a leader. Clearly, the 7th is the leader because they put it before 3. Again, yeah, man. What is this? So, reveal the true power of the First Order to the enemies with the mighty elite Praetorian Guards. I think they are going to be really good, unique guys. They're going to be good. The 7th guard and the 3rd guard will be deployed together. The 7th guard can cause bleed, while the 3rd causes stun. One will come rushing to the aid of the other guard and attack the same enemy, if one of them started engaging in battle. So, if you get one to attack the